Poolside reel assembly, featuring a 3A reel with an AT-1 tube. Tools required: drill, 1/4-inch drill bit, 1/2-inch masonry bit, 5/16 driver bit, hammer, razor knife, tape measure, wrench set, and a pencil and felt. First, measure your pool and lay out your tubes. This tube will be a foot bigger than the width of the pool. Tape the tubes in position so they don't move. Mark where the end of the inner tube sits on the outer tube. Make a mark an inch from the edge of the outer tube along one of the grooves. Rotate the tube 180 degrees and make the same mark on the opposite side. Drill a 1/4-inch hole on your narc. Rotate the tube 180 degrees and drill your second hole. Put a bolt through and finger tighten the nut. If you use a wrench at this point, the tube will bend. Make a mark on the groove an inch from where the end of the tube sits. Rotate the tube 180 degrees and make the same mark on the opposite side. This bolt will sit perpendicular to your previous bolt. Using a 1/4-inch drill bit, drill both holes out. Put the second bolt through. Now you can safely tighten the bolts using a wrench. Don't use an impact driver. Only hand tighten these bolts. If you over tighten them, the bolts will stick out too far and puncture your cover. Repeat these steps for both sides of the tube. First, take a wheel and put a 3/8 washer onto the stem, then put it through one of the outer holes. Then put a second 3/8 washer on the stem, followed by an acorn nut. Tighten the acorn nut and the wheel stem using wrenches. Repeat these steps for all 4 wheels. Next, grease the bushing, hub, and frame with waterproof grease. Put the bushing into the frame, followed by the hub. Put the plastic washer on, followed by the handle. Next, put the 5/16 washer and bolt on to secure the handle. Tighten the 5/16 bolt with a wrench. Don't over tighten or the reel will not turn. The next side is the same as the first. Start with greasing the bushing, hub, and frame. Put the bushing into the frame, followed by the hub. Next, put the plastic washer and knob on, followed by the 5/16 washer and bolt to secure the knob. To assemble the anchor system, put the spring and plastic retainer onto the anchor bolt and put them through one of the inner holes of the frame. Temporarily secure the anchoring system with the concrete anchor. The concrete anchor will be used later to mount the system to the pool deck. Repeat these steps for the other side. To attach the unit to the tube, slide the hub inside the tube. Along one of the grooves on the tube, put a self-tapping screw in about 1 inch from the end. Rotate the tube 180 degrees and put a second screw in. Repeat these steps for the opposite side. Center your reel on the pool. Next, mark where your anchor bolt will be. Mark the opposite anchor bolt as well. Move the reel out of the way. With a 1/2 inch masonry bit, drill an 1.5 inch deep hole on your mark. Put the concrete anchor into the hole. It should be slightly raised above the pool deck. Set the anchor with a center punch. Repeat these steps for the opposite side. When setting the anchors, use a lot of force to ensure they are secure. Next, make sure that the anchor bolts screw into the concrete anchors. Your reel is now anchored. Next, open your solar cover and put it on the pool, bubbles down to the water. First, measure out where you will attach your straps. These straps should be roughly 2 feet apart. To measure the length of your straps, choose a groove on the tube as a starting point. Stretch the strap down to the surface of the water, then add 2 inches and cut your straps. For a square pool, you can cut all the straps the same length. For an irregular pool, measure each strap individually. When you have all your straps cut, make an X with a razor knife about 1 inch in from each end. With a 5/16 driver bit, attach the straps to the tube along the same groove you measured from using the self-tapping screws. Attach all your straps before attaching the grommets. Next, put a 2-inch fold in your solar blanket. Double check that the strap reaches the underside of your cover. Push the male grommet through the X and through the fold in the cover. Then push the female grommet onto the male grommet. Rockies recommends pointing the rope tab towards the reel. Using a rubber mallet or a hammer, tap the grommets together. Don't use excessive force or the grommet will break. Repeat these steps for all your grommets. Finally, make sure you attach the warning label to your tube. Do not enter the pool when the cover is on. Your reel is now complete.